Hello and welcome to yet another cast. For you today I have a custom 6v6 played on the Noxus map generator. This map looks like it's zoomed in quite a bit. We are 20k base, so probably 12.5k. We have Team 1 in the top, Team 2 down the bottom, and let's start on the easternmost position for Team 1. In a, well, I think that's dark grey-green, that color. That I never know how to name it. Anyway, we have Kenny Riordat in this dark greenish color, going Aeon, opening first land. To the west of that, in white, we have Sergeant Syphilis, going Cypern, opening first land. To the west of that, in dark green, we have Kenny Lee, also going Cypern, also opening first land. To the west of that, in orange, going Seraphim, opening first air, we have X-Ray Nero. Then to the southwest of that, in brown, I think. Yeah, it is brown. We have Nyx, who is going Cypern, opening first land. And to the east of that, in this light blue cyan color, we have Mercy, going Aeon, opening first land. Right, now for Team 2, let's start with their northernmost player. As this map is split diagonally, so it would be the direct opponent for Kenny Riordat. Anyway, in red, going UEF, opening first land on the northernmost slot for the southern team, we have Guys. Then to the south of that, in yellow, going Seraphim, and opening first land, we have Smithers. To the, well, let's go south first. To the south of that, in grey, going Aeon, opening first land, we have I Make War on You. To the south of that, in the burgundy red, going UEF, opening first land, we have Will-O-Wisp Sea. Then to the west of that, in piss yellow, going Seraphim, opening first land, we have Aeroblast. And last but not least, to the north of that, in pink, going Seraphim as well, and also opening first land, we have Dorset. Right, sorry about that. Just had to get a really bad card out of the system. Now, player introductions out of the way, let's take a short look at Reclaim, and hey, apparently that counter is actually open from the start this time. We are looking at around 23k reclaim in total. Well, a bunch has already been reclaimed, so... Wait, no, that's not reclaimed, that's... Oh yeah, a whole bunch has already been reclaimed. So if you look at that, yeah, probably somewhere around 25k originally on the map. 25, 27k along that. But yes, commanders moving towards the middle. We have some scouts moving in for Smithers. ACU for Mercy already at the front, building some factories. Some support factories. And those Salens actually moving into the corner right here, into the expansion by looks of it. These Salen, unlike the other scouts, the only one with a decent weapon. Some of the other ones do have weapons, but they are pretty shit. This Salen gets a better gun to basically balance out the fact that Seraphim does not get access to a proper light assault bot. Though this Salen did run into a hunter, and the hunter was able to beat that due to a dedicated light assault bot still being better than those than those combat scouts. That one got reclaimed. Nice play from X-Ray Nero, immediately going onto the reclaim right here with those NGs. Also not losing them in that process. And allowing the construction of some frontline factories. Like some very aggressive frontline factories. And though they are being raided by a few Therms that have already moved up for Aeroblast. On North in the meantime, things are moving a little bit slower. Guys getting out some spam factories right here in the front. We have Kenny Rear that's slowly expanding forward as well, although by the looks of it a bit slower than their opponent. Oh, well, no. No, I'm mistaken, I think they are actually expanding a little bit faster in actuality. The entries for X-Ray Narrow, by the looks of it, did survive. We have a drop onto the plateau right here out from Aeroblast, currently just with some farms. Possibly to secure the plateau from any opposing drops. But I expect to see some entries being airlifted into that as well soon. Also, plateau right here already grabbed from Sergeant Syphilis for the northern team. The southern plateau right here has not yet been claimed. So southern team down 2 maxes there. Even though they do have access to some transports that could grab that. Will-O-Wisp pushing out aggressively with the commander, trying to deal with the position of X-Ray Narrow, actually getting a capture onto the factory of Narrow. Yep, there it is. So Will-O-Wisp now with a Seraphim factory right at the front. And getting some engineers, I suspect that those will... never mind, those are sent to reclaim. Suppose say those might be pulled back to get some tech, but to be fair, they already have access to Seraphim tech from their teammates. So utilizing this as a reclaim factory does not seem like a bad idea. Now, we have the ACU for Kenny Lee very aggressively, very far to front. Right here. Big queue of some land factories started for Nero with a bunch of engineers that will be able to create a large amount of spam. However, there are of course enemy ACUs already in the area, Dorset already with gun upgrade, so that can just threaten that position very easily. And they have noticed the ACU of Kenny Lee. That gun ACU has started firing into that. And Kenny Lee is forced to pull back due to, well, overwhelming fire. Though the ACU for Mercy is coming in, and that does have gun on both arms. Gun for the Aeon, of course, split between the two arms with a range and a speed upgrade. Unlike the other factions that get a DPS and range upgrade on the same slot, or on the same upgrade. Gun now also going out for Sergeant Syphilis. And for Kenny Reardad, well, they are getting the advanced range. Already with the sensor suite actually, instead of gun speed. Special upgrade for the Aeon, that does provide a lot of vision if we just take a look at that. You can see a big ring right here. Massive Omni range as well. And the upgrade is really cheap, so yeah, definitely decent play to go for. Commanders of Dorset and Mercy continue to tangle. And there's a small run-by attempt right here out from Sergeant Syphilis, but that has already been detected by Smithers, who has sent in some stuff to do with that. Let's maybe take a short look at tacking. We do have T2 Air out for Will-O-Wisp, and we also have T2 Air out for Kenny Lee. And gun upgrade going out for Will-O-Wisp as well now. ACU of Dorset getting pushed very aggressively now by X-Ray Narrow and Mercy. X-Ray Narrow without a gun upgrade, but Mercy with the spam and X-Ray Narrow just with the ACU in the area will definitely allow Dorset, or will definitely cause Dorset to die. However, however, Nero actually the highest rate player on Northern team at 1800, and they are taking a lot of fire. Dorset manages to pull back quite a bit. We will have to see how this goes, but it seems like a ballsy play right now, though it looks like Nero might be able to survive this. They still have a lot of HP left. And Dorset is about to get very, very low. But never mind. Those are 3 targets under the AC of Nero. Still takes fire, down below 500 HP. But the major thing for them is they need to get Nero below 2.5k to kill it with the Death Explosion, and there it goes. Both ACUs go for a draw, as the Death Explosion of an ACU causes 2.5k damage to other ACUs. So if you ever want to go for that trade, for example in a situation like this where you are significantly lower rated than your opponent that's pushing you, just keep that in mind, and as soon as your opponent goes below 2.5k, they will die if you die. Unless they vet and get more HP back. But with that, first ejections for both teams. Northern team, as already pointed out, losing their highest rated player, since Nero was the highest rated player on the Northern team at 1800, while the Southern team lost one of their mid-rated players in Dorset. And though that base did get gifted over to Will-O-Wisp, who is the highest rated player of the Southern team at 2100. However, they do seem to be pushing out quite aggressively right now. Never mind, they are pulling back a bit. They do have gun on the ACU, but, well, there is the gun ACU of Nyx currently getting stealth as well. With a, well, little supporting army of Mantis currently assisting the ACU on the gun upgrade. A thing people tend to forget, the Mantis actually does get some build power, a single unit of it. It's not amazing, and you can't start any blueprints with it or reclaim, but it will slightly speed up your upgrades and stuff like that on the ACU, because, well, you already have a semi-sizable army of units on the front anyway. Might as well use them to upgrade your commander while they aren't fighting. In the middle, Smithers is pushing out with a gun T2 ACU, up against the ACU of Sergeant Syphilis with gun and stealth. I think that the gun stealth ACU might be doing... I was about to say that it might be doing better, but no, the Seraphim ACU does actually have more health. However, Sergeant Syphilis was able to just block off some damage with the Land Factory right here. So that did work out. Now, north, not much going on. We now do see some Obsidians out for Kenny Riedat. And Raiga is starting to PD creep with some Triads. And those will definitely be a major nuisance for the Northern team, though Kenny Raider just overcharged that away, preventing that from actually finishing. I have a really bad cough right now, need to mute so much. Alright, the Obsidians have reached the front line. They are hoping out against T1 spam. Obsidian's pretty strong, and also very tanky with 1.5k HP on that shield. And I just completely missed an explosion in the south. Will-O-Wisp apparently died to Kenny Lee. And I do see Corsairs in the area, just being shot down now by some flak. So it looks like the green player Kenny Lee in the north went for a Corsair snipe, and there are already more Corsairs building up, so we might see another one very soon. Now, the production of some broadswords has started in the base that once belonged to Will-O-Wisp, now inherited by I Make War on You. And, well, it's not ASF, and with the presence of some fighter bombers, I think ASF would probably be a good play. We also have some restorers in addition to those broadswords being built in the Aeon T3 air factory that has actually been built up by I Make War on You. But maybe with those gunships there's the ability or possibility to pull back a kill. And there are already restorers locked onto the ACU of Mercy, with a bunch of broadswords now coming in as well, and no decent AA to stop that. Broadsword comes in as well. Broadswords are really, really powerful. Smithers apparently also died to Kenny Lee. I suspect it was another Corsair snipe. Very sorry about missing that. But just in time, I noticed what the ACU of Massey died to. It was the gunships I pointed out earlier. More gunships come in, they now target onto the ACU of Mix. And that will probably go down as well. So we see a lot of ACUs dying in very short succession. And momentarily we are in a 4v3 situation, but with this ACU going down, it is now a 3v3. As Nix also dies due to a gunship snipe. But would you look at that, gunships now also moving in onto the ACU of Sergeant Syphilis, who did go very, very far out, very close to the front. They're exposed without any proper air cover. Some ASF now building up for Kenny Lee, but those are nowhere near in position. Another Corsair snipe by the looks of it collecting Sergeant Syphilis, taking a lot of fire from those gunships, and there they go. Could not withstand firepower of that magnitude. And it's down to a 2v3 already. Just at a 15-minute mark. A lot of ejections, very short period of time just with gunships. Now Corsairs do come in for Kenny Lee, trying to equalize the kills once again. Trying to get a snipe onto the ACU of Rye guys. Who? Do they have flag in the area? No, they don't, but they are ASF. And a shield generator. Shield is getting heavy assistance. Manages to tank a full pass. And those Corsairs do get taken out before they can snipe the ACU of Rye guys. Now, with this, we do actually have a player advantage for the southern team. Airfight attempted by Kenny Lee, but Restorers with their amazing AA were able to take out those ASF. And it looks like they are about to go in after some stuff of Kenny Lee. Maybe attempt taking out something important. Well, there are some T2 Maxes right here that will most likely go down. Yep. They are dead. And that looks like it's targeted onto the ion reactors. Yep. Straight after the Pigeons. Though Kenny Lee does have some Seraphim T3 power right here. They asked, there's still a lot of power and especially also a lot of mass invested that they are going to lose in this. This P-Gen technically did not finish, but it was almost finished, so mass cost on that was basically the same. But there are now some SAMs being built up and those will just take out the gunships. Or not, I guess. Oh, we also have the T3 AA installation right here in the main base of Kenny. Well, not in the main base, in the Seraphim base of Kenny Lee. And that does actually take out the remaining Restorers now. So there goes the gunship cloud of the southern team. We do see T3 units now assaulting the position of Aeroblast, who is still producing T1 at the 17-minute mark. Would definitely advise against that. Do they have T2 tech? Yes, they do have T2. And they are currently building Ilshvas. Right, they also have T3. They definitely need to make a transition to Autumns and especially just start upgrading all of these factories right here to T2. At least, because Ilshvas are pretty decent against T3. Like, not amazing, but good enough to do a lot of things. Though I would not 1v1 Harbingers and Bricks with them. Of them right here actually out. Just taken out by a bunch of bricks. Seem to have run past, and can you rear that actually dying to I Make Warn You? I suppose it was another gunship snipe, as I do see a bunch of Restorers in the area. I think they currently do have air control, so like some more of the broadswords. But looks like they are currently focusing on building the UAF ASF and getting the restorers from the Aeon factory. Honestly, I think that, the restorer is nice because of its AA. When it comes to ground firepower, it's not that amazing. You would the broadsword is definitely better when it comes to that. So maybe going on ASF production with the Aeon factory and gunship production on the UAF factory would be the better option. Especially when you rely as much on ground firing. Or ground-based firepower and stuff. Well, broadsword in the area above here, and that does actually do a decent job taking out some obsidians. We do have a few Corsairs trying to kill that with their fighter capabilities. Never mind, we have a few Corsairs trying to take out the army support that was around the broadsword, using their ground firing abilities. I misjudged that situation. Now they are going after the broadsword. And they are getting a bit of stuff done, but ASF coming in and those go down. Okay. Now... things slowed down a little bit. Let's maybe take a short look at economies, where that is the case. 600 mass income for Kenny Lee and around 600 for the entire Saffron team as well. A little bit more at 642, so Saffron team slightly ahead on mass, but not by too much. And the fact that it is focused on in one player is a bit of an advantage when it comes to quickly building stuff. Kenny Lee now with a monkey lord on the front, moving up. Do we see any counter experimentals? Not yet. I don't think there are any being built. Any more experimentals in the meantime being built up north? For Kenny Lee, yep, we have a GC under construction. And that's it. But Monkey makes it in. Gets a few kills, picking off some singular units. Big wave of restorers coming in, but we have they need to be aware of the big wave, cloud of bouncers right here, or big swarm of bouncers. And that are just firing back into that. Wait, no, those aren't bouncers, those are redeemers. I mean, basically the same result. Ground-based T3 mobile AA. But, well, instead of the UEF, not UEF, Cyprian variety, it's the Aeon ones. Monkey continues to push. There are a few Othams against that, but nothing major. Those Redeemers basically make it impossible for gunships to do anything in the area. And where there is some PD that is focusing on the wrong things, not taking out the anti-air or the other or units very well, due to constantly switching targets. So that just goes down. Though there are now actually some gunships that were able to safely get in range of the Monkey Lord. But a airfight ensues right over top. And that should really slow down a bit with the swimming right now. But airfight does happen. It seems to be going in favor of, well, and that was a white tone for both. I think that will actually be won by I Warn You. Yes. Kenny Lee pulling back, but only 3 ASF left, all of them heavily damaged. Not sure if those will make it out. And there are the remaining ASF coming back in for another round for Amic Warn You. So that does go down. Manclot in the meantime, taking in more fire from the air. Now right in front of the AC of Aeroblast, who has quickly built up some PD, but manages to survive due to the monkey being very low HP and, well, just having just enough time there. That could have ended very differently. Big use of course airs right here in the north right now to try and defend against the units of Raigeis. Raigeis does have a lot of flag in it though, so well, there is definitely some damage done. It is going to come at a great cost. Most likely taking out a large number of the Corsairs. Counterpush is somewhat mounting in the south for Amic Warn You, with a army of Othams, but there is already a sizable force of bricks right here, so I don't think that that will go anywhere. Will-O-Wisp points out that the team needs Omni, and looking at the Intel situation, they definitely do need some Omni. Some long-range radar. That is absolutely correct. But, well, I don't see any being currently constructed. Let's maybe take another short look at the reclaim numbers we currently are looking at. And 123k reclaim now on the entire map. A lot of it in this area, so it would be nice to see that being reclaimed by the southern team. Well, okay, there are large numbers of factories now queued up for Amic Warn You. Maybe those are going to be reclaimed factories. And some engineers on attack moves out for Aeroblast. Now, GC finishes for Kenny Lee. Next one already started. As in Dina also building, just in case there's a nuke developing. Corsairs, by the looks of it, trying to go after the base of Raigeis now, trying in a misguided attempt to snipe the T3 power right here. That does survive. And the Corsairs just get shot down by a single flare that is mounted in the area. Big land battle ensues right here between GC with supporting army against the army of Amic Warn You, which is still for a large part just T2, which will just get completely annihilated by the GC. One of the problems when fighting a GC is that due to those Tractor Claws, it's really good at taking out armies. Even after they have been nerfed to no longer be an insta-kill, as, well, that was an issue in one of the patches. One of the older ones. I think that's been over a year ago now. That basically... originally, in the base game of Supreme Commander, the GC had a weird behavior with the claws that it only... like, I think it was a random timer when it would use it. Which was very unreliable and inconsistent, so a while back Balance changed it so that it would be basically without a cooldown as soon as there is anything stuck to claw. Problem with that became that the GC would just literally suck up entire armies and solo giant T3 forces of Percivals or Bricks, since they would just get insta-killed as soon as they touch the claw. So since then it has been reworked to have a DPS number on the claw itself, I think, or something like that, or periodic damage. And, well, that way you'd still have no cooldown as soon as the claw becomes empty, but as you can see, it doesn't. It takes a while for units to die on there. Anyway, big force of Restorers taking out the push, as that push did completely defeat the force of I Make Warn You. One of the GCs will probably go down, but there is still a second one basically at full HP. Now penetrating deep into the base of I Make Warn You. First GC does go down. However, the second GC, as already pointed out, still at almost full health. Now starting to take fire, but that is going to be a big problem. Also, of course, still this big army of bricks. Let's just take a count. 17 bricks, and that's also just a ridiculous amount. So I don't think, and there doesn't seem to be anything really in the area for the Southern team to defend against that. A chicken was started for I Make Warn You, but that will not finish. We do have a fat pointer construction for Rye Guys, but well, that is still under construction, and the main base of I Make Warn You is now being threatened by the GC. And the main base of Aeroblast now being wiped out by the bricks. The Aeon Air Factory does go down, so no more Restorer production. And well, reclaim orders have already been started on the fusion reactors. Might seem counterintuitive when their stuff is taking damage, but if the last bit of damage on a volatile structure is done by a reclaim order, that means that it won't explode. And well, reclaiming just and thus if you just reclaim it, that depower means that it won't explode. But airgrid basically going down now for I Make Warn You. A large number of T1 bombers now coming in, and those do actually succeed in taking out DGC. But not before that could cause serious and long-term damage to the base of I Make Warn You, wiping out major parts of the Southern team's map control, basically right to here, to the line I just drew. Well, Will-O-Wisp points out to I Make Warn You that they have to snipe the ACU, and they are probably correct on that, as there is no, as at this point I am pretty sure, yep, Kenny Lee is now single-handedly out-equaling the entire Southern team. And the only option for a breach would be right here in the north. And even here we have a large amount of defenses now building up, shit tons of volcanoes, with the large army of force of flapjacks in the area. I don't think there's a good way for the Southern team to actually break through right now with the current situation, though looking at this, there isn't actually any major spam out for Kenny Lee anymore, that just got wiped. Do have another GC that just died due to all of those T1 bombers. And never mind, there is still a pretty sizable force of bricks right here with another GC moving to the front. Another one that finished already building up, or moving up as well now. So yeah, fair enough. I don't think that there's a normal way to win this. Another air snipe attempted onto the AC of Rye Guys. Or onto the base of it, I think. Just generally taking out a lot of stuff, but ASF for I Make Warn You already on the ball, taking that out. I think maybe using the Fat Boy right here, the Southern team could actually be able to break through up here in the north and get some damage down into the base of Kenny Lee. That could work out. Nero suggesting the construction of a nuke. Honestly, the game is already Swan, so I think that that is a questionable suggestion. The eco would probably be better invested into a into units to just break through. Smith was suggesting that Ryguys pushes in more, I guess to utilize those flapjacks. However, those still need to be out of range of those Oblivions, and, well, they have just moved into the range of exactly those. The exact thing you want to avoid. 3 GCs in the south now marching on against the obese child, which is firing its 2 long-range artillery guns, or 2 long-range guns at that force, but, well, I don't think that is going to stop it. ASF also circling in the area, preventing any use of air. And a whole bunch of Corsairs now moving in, probably to attempt a snipe on the fat boy. And that looks like it will succeed. Okay, it did not actually fully get the fat boy, but it completely killed the shield. And it forced an air engagement, which Kenny Lee might actually be able to win. Well, let's see. Nice turn right here. Getting right behind the ASF for I Make Warn You. Another nice turn. And with that, I Make Warn You basically has no air left. We do have some restorers right here that are causing quite a bit of damage onto the ASF of Kenny Lee, but, well, they are now targeted down, and there they go. Already annihilated. Small push or run by right here in the north. Running right into a few Percivals, so that's not getting too far. But those 3 GCs pushing in. And, well, there goes one of the GCs to Fatboy fire, as another Fatboy did finish. But there are still 2 more GCs left, and there is no longer any major air presence left for I Make Warn You, so I don't think they will be able to effectively get something out to stop that. And there's a recall from the southern team. With that, Kenny Lee does actually win a 1v3 situation towards the end. Right, I hope you did enjoy this cast. If you did, leave a like. Or, well, don't, I can't force you. If you want to be notified when more casts like these to come out, you can subscribe. I know the statement in my last few casts has been that I do intend to do that for quite a bit longer. I'm honestly, I will probably do a few more still, but I'm not going to make any promises for how much longer at this point. Maybe for the end of the month, maybe for 2 more months or something like that. Maybe for the rest of the year. I don't want to make commitments on that. However, if I do decide to do anything else, I will probably, or stop making casts for a bit, I will probably upload other content. We'll have to decide at that point. That's not now, so whatever. Though I am also considering to upload other content in parallel to casts as well. Anyway, yeah, I think I just pointed that stuff out. Right, another thing I just want to point out, currently reducing casts that I upload per week just generally to 1 a week because, well, yeah, no, I think it was just a bit too stressful for me or something like that with D3. Or I just had the feeling that I was just shitting out low quality casts permanently, which doesn't mean that the quality will improve that much, but, well, I don't know. It's also more relaxing for me if I do less. And I also have some other stuff going on, so... Anyway, right. With all of that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed. I will be back with some sort of content, probably some casts for the next few weeks at least. Maybe also some other stuff for the next few weeks, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going back with something. Until then, bye!